But I'm starting to find out that this dark side of triathlon is a lot more common. Get it, you disagree with me. People have other opinions. Don't need no drama for your mama. Morning, Trainiacs. Early morning. So, it's dark outside, and today we're going to talk about the dark side of triathlon. See what I did there? You see how I did that? Huh? Your boy's pretty sharp. So as I go on and chat with more people in triathlon outside of this little bubble of Winnipeg here, there are some things about the triathlon community that are very unfortunate. And I think it's kind of the nature of ultra A-type personalities getting into the sport by just sheer law of attraction. Something that is very difficult to overcome is going to attract people who like difficulties, who are kind of high-strung. And here in Winnipeg, we have the arrogance crushed out of us every single winter by -40 weather. So I don't really realize a lot of the things that go on out in the world that when I start traveling or when I start doing podcasts with people that don't live here, it's like, just makes me sad. But I'm starting to find out that this dark side of triathlon is a lot more common than a lot of people would think, than I wanted to think. Now, the first dark side of triathlon is something that I experienced down in Austin when I had people that were ganging up on other athletes on the bike, working as a pack, having just like bad race manner, taking it so seriously that they're willing to risk their morals to have a better race by a minute or two. And frankly, I beat a lot of you. So there. But after that race, somebody said to me, you know what, that's kind of Austin, because Austin has grown so much and the tri community has got so big there. It's kind of like Boulder and San Diego now, where everyone thinks that their shirt doesn't stink and they're willing to step on other triathletes to have a better race. I'm like, seriously? Why would you do that? Why as a amateur athlete, where if you go 457 or 420, 550 or 640, you're making the same amount of money, you get the same medal, the same t-shirt after. It really just didn't make any sense to me, but I think it's the nature of having these A-type personalities come in where it's win at all costs. I think that that's really unfortunate, and I think it's actually a real downside to those triathletes' approach to the sport, because in the long term, it's gonna get them. We're gonna get to that. Trust me, I'm going somewhere. Right now, I gotta hop on the bike. Oh, tidy little hour on the old Zwiftaroo with the old Wahoo kicker with the old sweaty Taren. Let's go and pretty myself up here. Can't just walk around in stretchy clothes being sweaty all day, unfortunately. Whew. Made it out of the Apple store without buying anything. Buy a lottery ticket today. Ooh, it is cold out there. So the next thing that I find fairly unfortunate about triathlon is that because, again, we're such A-type personalities, everyone goes and researches all kinds of things, figures out what works for them, and then that translates into social media, into a lot of people spouting a lot of opinions about a lot of things and imposing what they know on other people. I think that's actually how I try to make a living. But the thing about it that's negative is when it turns into something like a podcast interview that we did last night. By the way, go check out the Triathlon Taren podcast. It's doing really well. People are loving it. All kinds of 5-star reviews. Thank you. Danielle Digman, who's a new pro half Ironman athlete, got lambasted on Twitter because a lot of people decided that how she was trying to raise money through a GoFundMe page was not how you should act as a triathlete. I'm like, different things work for different people. If that's how she wanted to try to raise money, like, why not. What I try to impose here is that this is my experience, things that I've found, and if you don't like it, don't watch. But oftentimes what it ends up resulting in is lots of people getting in the comments saying, Taren, you're wrong. People diagnosing my foot problems over YouTube. Get it, you disagree with me. People have other opinions. I think that this is just the internet. But it just seems like for the size of the triathlon community in the world, which is quite small actually, that there is an over average amount of passion to share one's opinions. Again, this is what I try to make a living off of. Okay, the last thing that gets me, that's gonna be a good one. Okay, hang on for that. Water running. So I suppose that what I mean to say with that last point is that it's really unfortunate when over-eager triathletes feel like they have a need to share what they think is wrong about other people's opinions because they believe something else. Obviously, like, disagreement is okay. You can disagree with everything that I say. I just find it really strange. It kind of leads into the last thing that I think is really unfortunate is because triathletes, we do really impressive things. We go through like superhuman difficulty and extreme challenges that a lot of other individuals won't ever go through. I think the really unfortunate part is when people run at that really high level and value themselves on their accomplishments, on being a triathlete, on having a good race, on performing super well, that when it doesn't go well and they have a bad race, or let's say a race is just over and you go through the post-race blues, because you're putting so much value up here on being that superhuman triathlete, when you go down here, it's way down there. Something that was said to me long ago is that a good sports guy isn't like massively highs and lows. Good sports guy is right in the middle until it's okay to celebrate. And I think that's why you have a lot of triathletes that don't have as much fun with the sport as they should. This is a fun sport. This is cool. We get to do 3 sports poorly as opposed to just 1. What other adult gets to do that, huh? This is very ranty and ravey, but it's just that over the last few weeks, I've seen a lot of the downsides of triathlon. And I think it's really unfortunate because we have a pretty cool sport. And with just approaching it a little bit differently, it's something that you can do for decades and have fun with no matter what the outcome. Isn't that the point of it all? Just having fun? Lighten up. I wear floral Speedos and I'm trying to do it for a living. You think that I might want everyone else to lighten up? Probably. I should finish all of that up by saying you all have been great. I haven't really experienced a whole lot of this negativity over the last few weeks. Just kind of been exposed to it from other people who have experienced it. It made me sad. Spread good in the world, people. Just good vibes, positive vibes. Don't need no drama for your mama. All right, back to your regularly scheduled triathlon vlogs tomorrow.